Welcome back, kindergarten friends. I'm so glad that you decided to join me again for Miss Cindy's kindergarten reading class. Today we'll be looking at Lesson 4. Our lessons are taken from the Tennessee Foundational Skills Curriculum Supplement. Our objectives for today are on the screen now. For today's lesson, you'll need a small crayon, the mat that you used in Lesson 3, some cubes or any small items, paper clips, something that'll fit on that piece of paper or on that mat. You'll also may want to print worksheet 4.1, worksheet 4.2, and worksheet 4.3. We'll look at those today, but you don't have to have those for today's lesson, but you may want to follow along on those different worksheets today. In Lesson 4, again, we're looking at environmental noises. Environmental noises, if you remember from Lesson 1, 2, and 3, are all those sounds that we hear around us every day, from people talking to airplanes to cars, machines in the background. All of those sounds are environmental noises. And we'll be looking today for our objectives at how to listen very closely for those different sounds. Our warm-up activity for today is counting on our fingers from 1 to 10. Are you ready? I'll do the first one for us, and then you can join me for the second one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready to do it with me? I'll do it slowly this time. I'll say the number, put up a finger. You say the number, put up a finger after me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Now, can we do a little more quickly? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. What a great job counting to 10. You're really getting the hang of this now. The next activity that we'll do today is on what do you hear? Remember my musical instruments? We had the sand blocks. Remember the sand blocks sound like this. We had a maraca. And we have a tambourine, which sounds like this. For today's activity, what did you hear? I'll have all of these items hidden. I'll play one of the instruments and you'll tell me which of the instruments you hear. You ready? First instrument. Which sound? What was that? Was that the maraca? No. Was that the tambourine? No. Was it the sand blocks? Yes. Sand blocks sound like this. Great job. Here's another instrument. Ready? What instrument was that? That's right. That was the maraca. It sounds like this. Pretty good on that one. Ready for another one? sound was that? Was that the maraca again? No, it sounded a little different, didn't it? It sounded more like this. So which one do you think it was? That's right, it's the tambourine. That was the tambourine. Listen again. Ready? What musical instrument was that? Think it was the sandbox? No? Maybe the maraca? Yes, that was the maraca that time. Marvelous, marvelous job with those. Being able to hear those different sounds and being able to distinguish between those different sounds will help us in our reading. For our next activity today, we'll be looking at how many sounds. How many sounds. And for this, you will want your manipulative, your counting mat again. So if you had a counting mat in lesson 3, you might want to run and grab that mat if you don't already have that. Just pause the video and find your mat from lesson 3. It may have had, whoops, whiteboard fell down. It may have had a star and a red dot to help us. Remember we said we start on the star, the green star, and we end on the red dot. So they might have had those symbols on the mat for you. And also 3 different counters or manipulatives that we can move onto our page when we hear the different sounds. That could be Lego blocks, that might be paper clips, it might be coins. Any of those things will work. So if you need to secure those items, go ahead and stop the video now and join us in just a moment. Fantastic! We're back and ready to start this next portion of our lesson. So for this, I will have a musical instrument, and I will play the musical instrument possibly 1 time, possibly 2 times, or maybe even 3 times today. As you hear each sound, you'll slide your cube onto your page, starting with the green dot and moving across the page to the red dot. Are you ready? All right. I'll do the first one for you so that we can understand. So when I hear the sounds, I'm going to place the cube on my mat. Ready? So I heard 2 sounds. When I heard the first one, I put my first cube on my mat, and when I heard the second one, I put my second cube on the mat. So now I have 2 cubes on my mat, which stand for the 2 sounds that I heard from the tambourine. Would you like to try one with me? Okay, push everything to the bottom. Have a clear mat. Ready? Are you listening? Get your finger on your first cube. Here we go. Did you put one up? Good job. Ready? Listen carefully. Oh, I heard another one. I don't hear any more. So how many sounds did you hear? 2 sounds represented by your Legos or your paper clips or whatever you're using. Fantastic. Let's clear our boards. When we clear our boards, we can say, whoosh, and moving back to the bottom. Wouldn't that be fun? So whoosh, move all of your blocks back to the bottom and get ready for our next sound. I think I'll change my instrument and we'll do sounds with the maraca this time. You ready? So as I make a noise, you're going to put at one of your blocks. Ready? How many sounds did you hear that time? 3 sounds. Great. And these 3 blocks stand for those 3 sounds that we just heard. That was marvelous. What a great job on that activity. The next activity we'll do today is our greeting. And for our greeting today, I have something a little different. I have a glove on my hand. I have a glove on my hand, and the glove is extra soft. It's a very soft glove. It almost feels like sheep wool. It's very, very soft. So today I'm going to greet you, as we always do, with my right hand. Of course, if we're using our right hand, the one that's left is our left, right? So I'm going to extend my right hand to you. Now remember how we do this. So reach out and grab hold of my right hand, and I'm going to say, hello, my kindergarten friend. It's so nice to see you again. Would you like to greet me now? Fantastic. Put your right hand out for me. Say it again. Good morning, Miss Cindy. So nice to see you again. Great job with that greeting. This helps us to remember that this is our right hand, and the hand that's left is our left. So right hand, and the hand that's left is our left. That helps us when we start writing in a few moments to know which side of the paper is the right side of the paper. Next, we're going to review our tripod grip. So if you remember, when we have a crayon and we want to pick that crayon up, we can use our thumb and our pointer finger and our middle finger to secure that crayon, or to pinch that crayon, or to lift it up. Once we have it lifted up, then we can move this pointer finger under the crayon and let the crayon actually rest on our pointer finger. So we had it this way, and we just scooted this finger around so that the crayon can now rest on our middle finger. And that's called our tripod grip. Have you got it? Let me see it. Hold it up here. Very good. So your thumb, your finger are holding the crayon, and your middle finger is just kind of under the bottom, letting it rest on those. Great job with that tripod grip. Next, we're going to draw some lines. Now, if you remember, last week we worked on vertical lines. And remember, vertical lines, we said, went from the top of the paper to the bottom of the paper and up and down the page. So today, I have my whiteboard, and today we're going to work on horizontal lines. And horizontal lines are lines that go back and forth across the page, from one side of the page to the other side of the page. So they go from the left side of the page over to the right side of the page. So to make a horizontal line, we would start on, make sure we can see this. We will start on this side and draw to the other side of the paper. Start on the left side and draw to the right side of our paper. Remember last week we were doing vertical lines. Do you remember where vertical lines started? Vertical lines started at the top of our paper. Remember our fun game that we did with the top and the bottom? Remember, this is the top of our paper. This is the top. This is the bottom. This is the left. This is the right. And this area is the middle of our paper. So if we decided to draw horizontal lines, 2 horizontal lines across our paper, then I could come back, and if I wanted to, I could draw some vertical lines across these horizontal lines, like this. Vertical lines start at the top of our paper and come to the bottom of our paper, like these. These are vertical lines. These are our horizontal lines that go left to right. And the vertical lines start at the top of our paper and go to the bottom of our paper. They don't have to go all the way to the top. They could start all the way at the very top and go all the way to the very bottom if we wanted. Fantastic. If you have, move my whiteboard, if you have your worksheet pages, like this one, notice in my picture, I have a friend who has a tree house. Do you have a tree house at your house? I love tree houses. I don't have a tree house at my house, but my friend does. And he has a ladder that leads up to his tree house. See the ladder? It goes all the way from the ground up to the door of his tree house. What's that? Oh, you're right. There are on the ladder, he's missing some pieces, isn't he? Oh dear, if he tries to climb this ladder, he will fall for sure. Let's help him. Let's take our crayon. We're going to pick it up. Get the tripod grip. There's our tripod grip. And we're going to begin at the star, and we're going to draw a horizontal line to the other side. Ready? We're going to start at the star. We're going to draw a line across like this. Draw a line across like this. Go ahead and do some of those now. If you don't have the worksheet printed, it's okay. Just draw a picture of a tree with a tree house in it, and we can make our own ladder. Starting at the star, drawing across. Starting at the star, and drawing across. Remember, these are horizontal lines. Can you say that with me? Horizontal lines, starting with our star. Horizontal lines. Now our friend can climb the ladder. There's another page, or on the back possibly, of your worksheet is another picture. And in this picture, my friend is in the treehouse. He's in the treehouse, and now he's ready to come down from the treehouse. But, oh no, we're missing more horizontal lines, aren't we? So when the video is over today, you can practice drawing more horizontal lines. The other thing I want you to do tonight is to greet people in your home. So you might go up to a family member and say, "Hello, my name is," and put your name in. So if I were greeting people in my home, I would say, "Hello, my name is Miss Cindy, and I'm so glad to meet you." So practice that tonight. Practice shaking hands with your which hand? Your right hand, because the hand that's left is what? Left. So shake hands with your right hand and introduce yourself to everyone in the family. The last thing for today's lesson is something that I would like to discuss with your adult instructor. So this is a blending pretest. This is the first um, the first page in your student packet for today in your student materials, and it's for assessing students being able to blend sounds together. And I wanted to go over this the first time with your adult instructor and discuss how this helps us get ready for reading. So with this blending pretest, the teacher or the instructor takes the first word, such as up here at the examples, and says these individual phonemes or individual sounds. A phoneme is just a sound. And they say these individual sounds, and then the student just says the complete word. Okay? So to do this, I'd like to practice with you, my kindergarten friend, and we will go through this very first blending pretest. And while I'm doing these with you, you won't need to see this paper at all. This paper is just for your adult instructor, and they can, as we say these different sounds and these different words, they can mark up beside them which one of those you completed and which ones of those we need more practice on. Okay? So our kindergarten friends, you don't need to see this at all right now, okay? So I'm going to move it of the off of the manipulative projector, and I will say the sounds, and then I want you to say the word when you put all those sounds together. Does that sound like fun? So the first example is putting together these sounds. E. What's the word if I say the sounds E? That's right. The word is me. The word is me. Let's try another one. This one has 3 sounds. Are you ready? The sounds are S, A, D. Do you want to hear it again? S, A, D. What's the word? Sad. That's right. The word is sad. Y'all are doing terrific on this activity. Now I put this over here so that your adult instructor can follow along, but I want you to keep your eyes on me. Ready? Looking closely at my mouth so that you can hear each of these sounds. Ready? The next one, or the first one on the pretest, is S, A. S, A. That's right. The first one is say. Great job. Number 2. Tell me the word for this one. N-O. N-O. That's right. The word is no. The next one is F-I-F. Number 4 is s, n. Do you want to hear it again? S, n. Number 5, s, it. Number 6, m, at. Number 7, t, e, n. Number 8, b, a, d. Number 9, f, l, I. Number 10, sh, I. What a great job on those. You all did awesome. Some of those got kind of tough at the end, didn't they? They did. Well, hopefully that will give us an idea of where we're at on being able to blend these sounds together. All right, my friends, that concludes today's lesson, and I'll see you again real soon for lesson 5. Bye, my kindergarten friends.